Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the Eon card: Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, the Baptism by Fire, the Trial by Fire, the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay? Your life's about to level up. Okay? This is big. This is a doorway to a future like you have never dreamed. We got to see what it's going to take to get through this and what might be on the other side. There's the Hierophant, the Eight of Wands, High Priestess. There is a Prince of Swords, fixed air energy, and a Three of Swords. Here we have the Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles. There is that Universe card, and a Five of Pentacles. This might be This might be one of the first times that we've ever seen this combination of cards and kind of said, well, maybe we don't want to go through this doorway. Maybe this is not a decision that you need to make right now. I think that whatever decision is pending in your life, there is more information that you need. Okay? Especially when we're looking at this Three of Swords in the future position. If you go through this doorway, I think you're going to regret it. Okay, this is a baptism by fire. This is all that trial by fire. If you do something now, I think before getting all of this information, okay, I think that you're headed toward heartbreak. So it seems like there's something going on here that you don't have all the answers. You don't have all the information. Spirit's kind of saying the Hierophant is here because you need to learn this lesson. Okay, you need to understand what this is. Now, of course, if this is a concern for your safety or something, obviously you're going to need to do what is best for you and your family. But this might be a door that you're not quite ready to walk through. Okay, not quite ready to walk through. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the Factor Infinite and Unknown, and we're going to set that down right here with Tiny Bob Ross right on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put that down in the comments. All right. Let's look around the room, because what we see is, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4 major, 5 major arcana energies. Okay, that your intuition has led you to this doorway, but there is more that you need to learn before going through. Maybe it's this idea that if we do go through, the Three of Swords is saying there's a lot in your life that's going to change. You may feel at the very beginning that this was a bad decision. Okay, so I don't think Spirit is telling you not to go through the doorway, but to be ready. Okay, prepare yourself before you go through. And even this Universe card, this is in the position of what you don't want. It may seem at first as if you made the wrong choice going through this doorway because you don't have all the facts yet. Okay, very interesting series of cards here. The Lover's card is this card of union. It may be this card of really trying to unite with something. Maybe it's a romance, maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's a kind of thing, trying to come together with our purpose, trying to marry ourselves to something, right? But maybe going through this doorway is going to initially cause a separation. And that's going to feel it's going to feel pretty bad. It's going to feel like the wrong move. It's almost as if it's meant for you, it will come back to you, right? That you have to let something go, and if it returns, then it was sort of meant to be in your life, okay? A lot of interesting major arcana energy. We do see the fire energy here, which shows that there's an impatience in you, that you're ready to run through this doorway thinking that this is going to be the absolute very best thing. But you have to realize that at first it's going to feel like a separation. It's going to feel worse before it feels better. Okay? But with this, Eight of Wands underneath the surface, it feels as if you can't really wait. You can't really wait much longer. We've got, we don't have any water energy, do we? Absence of water here is, making me wonder if there is, if there is a need for love here, right? If we are really, we want love in our life. We want intimacy. We want connection. We want the union here, right? Whether it's romantic, platonic, friends, family, whether it's the water energy of living a purposeful life, we don't see that here. And it might be that we're getting kind of anxious for it, and we really want it in our life, and perhaps that is pressuring us to make an impulsive decision. Okay? Making a decision now before you get all the facts, we might end up making the wrong decision. Okay? We want to have this union in our life, but we want this union to bring us love and joy and beauty and not heartbreak. So don't let your own impatience, your own anxiety, sort of pressure you into making a decision now that's going to lead to regret. Okay, perhaps we need to learn some lessons first. Perhaps we need to grow a little bit, and we need to get all the facts. We need to prepare ourselves more completely before we're ready. Okay. So we've got a little bit of air energy, and then we have a little bit of earth energy. Okay. The hierophant is that energy that is here to teach us about the way things are. It's trying to educate us about what this doorway is. It's trying to really show you that, look, don't, like you're trying to rush through the door, and the hierophant's saying, wait a minute. You got time. You don't have to rush, for one thing. But be very aware of what you're getting yourself into going through that doorway. It's not going to be all sunshine and roses. Maybe you're trying to, maybe this is about a marriage. Maybe this is about taking a job. Maybe this is about, agreeing to something, to go on a trip with somebody, or to get involved in a project or some sort of endeavor or expedition. That you really are feeling this anxiety, this impulse to say yes and to rush through this. The hierophant's trying to say, wait. Just to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. That's it, okay? Make sure you know what to expect on the other side of this doorway, because if not, you might be in for a rude awakening, okay? Maybe this is, about getting romantically involved with someone, or a soulmate, or even a twin flame situation. Don't rush into it. There's a lot going on here that you don't really know about. You don't know what the future is going to really hold for you. And if we rush into it, and our first impression is that, whoa, this wasn't what I was expecting, right? We might try to back out of it really, really quick, It might be something that we try to undo. All right, so just be aware of what you're getting yourself into. If this is a romantic situation, just know that it's going to have a little bit of a rocky start, okay? There's going to be some adjustments that need to be made. But I feel like your intuition has led you here. I feel like Spirit has led you to this doorway, and this is the moment of truth in a way, right? This is the moment where you're about to change your life here, and your higher self is kind of saying, okay, slow down. You have this impulse where you want to just bang, go right through the door. No, your true self is saying, wait a minute. Just think things through a little bit. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. It's going to be rocky at first. It's going to take some getting used to. It's going to take some flexibility. It's going to take some compromise. Okay? There's going to be a lot of changes that are going to take place. It's going to get a little bit more chaotic and hectic before things really smooth out and become blissful happily ever after. Okay? But the high priestess is this energy that really does lead us to our best life. Like we trust our intuition. And it's if Spirit has led you to this doorway, then rest assured this is the right door for you. Okay? But the hierophant is sort of the one that is blocking the door and saying, okay, you're not yet ready to go through this door. Yeah, well, yeah, but the high priestess led me here. Yes, this is the right door. You're just not quite ready to walk through it. There might be some baggage that you're carrying with you that needs to be let go of. Okay? Spirit's directing my attention to something that broke in your life, like a vase or a sculpture or something, and you had to glue it back together. Or it was like a statue and like an arm broke off, but you put it back. Something like that, right? The Prince of Swords at the top here is really, to me, it feels like you're holding on to something that needs to just be let go of. And maybe your inability to let go of this is what Spirit's kind of saying, okay, look, there's some unresolved stuff going on with you. You've got to let go of and you've got to somehow deal with this before you go through this doorway, before you say yes to something, okay? A fixed air energy is a belief we're not willing to budge. You know, that we assume something is true, we have a certain vision, we have a certain fact that we're holding in our heads, and nothing's ever gonna take that fact away from me. This is an absolute truth of the universe, and nothing will contradict this. So we're being very inflexible about something. Okay. This might be in terms of a negotiation or some kind of a conversation that you're having, and you're really, it seems like you're not willing to budge. Okay, it seems like we're not so interested in compromising right now. And I'm getting the impression that somebody really lied to you at some point in your life, and it really affected you. And now it feels like that's something that you haven't let go of yet, right? It feels that there's something still in your past that you don't have you don't have closure on it. And I don't know that you ever really will, but I feel like it's affecting how you're interacting with this new person or this new job or this new friend or this new family thing or whatever's going on in your life, right? Because I do feel like this is involving you and another person, okay? There's something from the past that you need to let go of in order to be more open to the sort of organic growth of this new thing, okay? So we sort of cling to the way things are supposed to be so tightly that we're not allowing something to just sort of grow naturally, you know? And if we hold on to something too tightly, we're going to end up, breaking it. Breaking our own heart even, you know? It's going to end up as a Three of Swords, and it's not going to be very, very pleasant, okay? So I feel like this is why Spirit's saying, look, we know you're in a rush. We know that you're excited for this, you're impatient for this, but you've got to really make sure that you are ready spiritually and emotionally. Again, there's no water energy here. Makes me wonder if there is a need for you to explore some. We need a little bit of that water energy here, and maybe the reason why there isn't any water is because there's too much of this air. Right, that we're so rigid in our thinking that we're not allowing for joy to really sort of seep in, that we're keeping things so tightly wound that it's like waterproof, And what we really want is just to loosen up a little bit and allow things to sort of happen naturally and organically, and in a sort of calm and peaceful way. When we're rushing so much with this Eight of Wands, I feel like we're kind of missing the point of it all. Yeah. Spirit's saying that there's an issue with flying, that you're not someone that likes to fly. There's a fear of flying, or maybe a fear of heights or something. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. The Three of Swords is sort of a reference to the past as well, saying there is something back there that you need to let go of so that you can be completely ready for what's coming next in your life, to go through this doorway and achieve this union that you're after. Okay? Otherwise, it feels like what we're walking into is just going to be, it's going to be the same repetition of, it's going to be the same heartbreak that you've had before. It's going to be the same kind of, the same outcome. Okay? So there really is, it feels like there's this karmic cycle that you've got to recognize, and you've got to learn that lesson before doing this, because this is the right door for you. But you don't want this to just be a repetition of the same old, same old. Okay? So we've got to address that before going through this doorway. And then what we get on the other side is the Lovers, the union. This is the choice. This is the marriage. This is that wedding feast, It doesn't have to be romance. You can put your pitchforks away. It could be, though. Okay? It really could be. This could be the perfect relationship for you, the soulmate situation. This is the right person for you. We got to make sure that we're aware of like our own patterns, so that we do not sabotage this, so that we don't jump the gun, we don't in our haste, in our anxiety, rush things too fast, push things too hard, and then we end up interfering with that natural flow. Okay? It may feel in the past that there was some third factor that interfered in your relationship. I kind of feel like that's a manifestation of one of our own kind of karmic imprints, karmic patterns, right? One of these knots that we need to untie. So this is the right union for you. Going through this doorway is the right move. Make sure that you are aware of what's going on with you so that this works out perfectly. Okay? I think this is really going to be good. This is big. I think this is something you've been waiting for. And Spirit's saying, okay, you're right up at this doorway. You're right. You're almost ready. You've just got to recognize this last little thing. Let go of it. Be open to the compromise. Don't be wound up so tight. Let the water energy in. And be flexible in your communication and in your negotiations, right? And this is going to be very, very good. Okay. Spirit's showing me an owl, white owl. I don't know if you've been dreaming of owls, or if there is something, an object or something near you, but that's an important symbol for you right now, is the owl. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles, I was looking forward to talking about this card, because this is your ability to see into the future. Okay. This is your ability to use your spiritual vision and see what is the likely outcome of this choice that you're about to make. Can you imagine a future with this person? What do you see this future really being like? What do you want it to look like? Right? What do you want this life that whatever you're building? Maybe this is a business thing, maybe it's a romance, maybe it's a friendship, doesn't matter. What is it going to look like down the road? What is the future that you wish to see? Okay? We have to take that and figure out what we need to do right now, today, to make that happen. All of your thoughts, words, and deeds right now in the present moment are going to affect how real that vision is. Who are you? Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with, right? We have to start taking the appropriate actions now in order to make that happen. Okay, so we realize, and we have to have this perspective in every single moment of our lives. Every thought, word, and deed is modifying that picture that we see of our best life. Okay, so in every moment we realize that we are altering the picture of the future. That's karma, right? And so we have to be able to see a future with this person, whatever the situation is, and understand that it really is up to us what kind of future that's going to be. It's all going to depend on how we behave, how we act, what we say, how we think, right, and how we approach this relationship. Yeah. Now, the universe card in the position of the obstacle. Okay. I feel like there has been a delay in this. I feel like this was something that you have been waiting for a long time. And I feel like it's here now. And it's when something is right on the doorstep, it really is so hard to wait. You know, like we've been waiting all year for our birthday, and now suddenly our birthday's here, and it's just, what are we going to do? I can't wait to, the last few hours. I feel like you're in the home stretch. Okay. I feel that you are very close to coming together with this other energy, whether this is a true love situation, a twin flame, if this is a sense of purpose, if this is a spiritual union. I feel like it's right on your doorstep, and we're feeling very impatient. Okay. I feel like what you really want in life too is connection. A feeling of having a fullness of life. Sometimes I look at the universe card and I just think, well, that really feels lonely out there, right? It's this vast space, this infinite space, and it's cold and lonely. Well, that's what we don't want, right? I think that you've spent enough time separated from this energy of yours, whether this is a person, a place, a thing, or purpose, whatever. The pain of division, right? You're so close to coming together in this union that it feels almost unbearable to wait a second longer, But this is another way of Spirit showing you, like, what is the world that you're trying to create here? What is the world that you're really trying to establish? Is it a world of disconnection? Is it a world of distance between things? Or are you really trying to create intimacy and connection and love and community and abundance, and light and love and everything? We have to be aware of the universe that we're creating. And I do think that this is going to be a situation that's a little bit rocky at the start. Okay? But if you abandon it as soon as it gets rocky at the start and you think, I made the wrong decision, I'm leaving, I think we're reinforcing just the distance here. You have to be prepared that this is not going to be easy. It's not just going to be sunshine and rainbows from the jump. Okay, we see a 5 of Pentacles at the end here. It's going to be a little bit of a rocky start, but I feel things are going to smooth out pretty quickly, provided you do the right thing, but provided you keep in mind what life you're trying to create, and make sure that you can manage your thoughts, words, and deeds in the present moment to help to do that. You're going to be experiencing a lot of changes. Okay, and change is not always easy to endure. But this is something that we are willing to work with. Willing to endure the sort of rocky start, the uncertain beginning, because we believe in something so much. Maybe this is a business thing for you, right? It could be. It's going to be challenging at the beginning. But if you quit as soon as things get hard, well, you're never going to get it. Okay? So expect things to be a little bit difficult at the beginning, but persist. Keep showing up and keep doing the right thing, and it will succeed. Let's look at our mystery card. 9 or a 10 of Cups, 9 or a 10 of Pentacles. If you have a prediction put it in the comments down below. Let's see. Well, it's a King of Swords. It is this one again. The fixed air energy. Whatever you believe to be true is what is going to be true. Okay? If you commit to something and you believe in it very, very strongly and you are unshakable in your purpose and in your belief, it will succeed. Okay? If you have this unshakable belief that things are going to be terrible, things are going to be terrible. If you cannot let go of whatever that past thing was for you, then that's what you're going to continue to repeat and manifest. Okay? So we have to, in a way, this is about really changing how we're thinking about life, how we're approaching this new opportunity, let's call it. It's not like the last one. Okay? Spirit has led you here. This is the door of your future. You've got to believe in this wholeheartedly. You can't have sort of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you know. You got to be all in. You've got to be prepared. You got to fortify yourself mentally that it's going to be tough at the beginning. I know that. I can make it through. I'm not going to quit when things get tough. Okay? This is a really big commitment for you to make. And if you're not willing to make that commitment right now, best to just stay at the threshold for a little while longer until you're ready. I think that's why we got that hierophant, thinking, you know, you got to know what you're getting into. This is the big leagues here. This is a major commitment. And if you're not ready to fully commit, don't do it. Wait until you are ready. Yeah. We're going to do an extended reading. We'll do a hexagram from the I Ching. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Scorpio Wednesday and Saturday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.